How's it going, everyone? Today I'm doing a VR for MrFisherBike. Jason with a Y. Um, he wants us to show and tell a story about some of the autographs we've gotten in person, whether it's a TTM or autograph show or something like that. I've got a few items. I'll start with something that I didn't get in person, but as a high school student in North Dakota, Minneapolis Lakers traveled to Grand Forks, which was about 90 miles from my hometown in North Dakota, and my mom was in high school, and they would go down when the Lakers would come to Grand Forks and watch them play. And later in life, my mom passed this down to me. She was at one of those Laker games, and she got a program. And in the program, on the center page, signed by George Mikan, Mr. Basketball. And on the next page, Clyde Leveillette, another NBA Hall of Famer. They're playing the Baltimore Bullets. I believe they were the Bullets back then. But just to have something like this that my mother picked up when she was in high school. I also have a program my dad had, but he didn't get anything autographed, but it's still a pretty cool program. Next item, I've shown this item before and talked about it. I was down at spring training in Fort Myers, and me and another guy paid a little bit extra. We went into a Boys and Girls Club event at the Fort Myers Stadium, and the twins were signing autographs for us, and I went up to Tony with an index card and kind of gave me the go around. He goes, "What's this piece of paper?" And just kind of handed it back to me, and I walked away for a little bit, and all of a sudden Tony yells, "Hey!" And he threw me this brand new baseball, Bud Selig baseball. With his autograph on it. He had done that. I mean, such a great guy. So when I go to Twins games, I make sure to go to Tony Oliva's Cuban sandwich stand at Target Field. The next one, I've mentioned this before, but it's a nice old Wilson glove. This is a glove I used in Little League and Babe Ruth baseball. And if you look, you can kind of see remnants of a 31. This is 1968 Denny McLean model, 31 wins. So I met Denny at a card show. So I brought this up to him to get signed, and he goes, "Is this my glove?" I go, "Yep." He goes, "Well, I'm signing that for free." So we put Cy Young, MVP, all the good stuff on there. Plus he signed a few baseballs, a bat, cards. I mean, I got a whole bunch of stuff. I've got a book. They all have like 17 inscriptions in them. I mean, that was a great, Denny was my hero for a while there in 68, 69, 70, and then his career kind of tailed off after that. But, it was fun meeting him, fun. I sat at his table and he told stories for about an hour. Told me about pitching to Mickey Mantle and grooving him a home run, and it was just a good time. And then he went and got a pedicure after that. And I think he fell asleep in there, and then he came back later and mingled with the crowd. For many years, I've gone to the Roger Maris golf tournament. Up until Sanford took it over, they kind of turned it into a corporate event, but it used to be a great event for the fans. You could go meet the players, and family and celebrities, get free autographs. Used to be a good time, you know. Catch Maury Wills sneaking out of the banquet, get his autograph. Listen to Tommy Lasorda swearing at people because they asked him to sign with a different pen or something like that. You know, Bob Costas, I'm only signing one autograph and stuff. And, you know, people that were in the movie 61, like Thomas Jane, Barry, I can't remember his name right now, and the guy that played Roger, the guy that played Yogi, they'd sit and they'd listen to you talk for a while. You'd run into John Blanchard. He'd tell you the story about hitting 4 home runs before 4 home runs in a row before Mickey Mantle did it. And he'd tease him about it all the time. Or else he'd tell us about how he called the wrong pitch to Bill Mazeroski in the '60 World Series. It was just a great time. But one of my projects, one of them was to get an autograph by every member of the Maris family. And this was after Roger passed, so it was just family members. So I took an index card and I went around and I got it signed by Mrs. Maris, Pat Maris, and then all the sons and daughters of Roger. And PSA authenticated it for me, so I got it, you know, saved away. And on the back, I did put a note that it's the Roger Maris family from the Roger Maris golf tournament. So I thought that was really fun. And the final item I'm going to show is probably the encore for the Maris family. Back in 1983, there's American Legion World Series in Fargo, and Roger was coming up for that. But before the World Series, there was a banquet at the Legion there, and I was able to get Moose Gowan and Gary Gaetti to sign it. So I took the program to the Legion baseball banquet, and I got Roger to sign it right there. You can see Roger Maris, and I also, and that below him is Bowie Kuhn, the commissioner of baseball at the time. There's Moose Gowan, Governor Ellen Olson, Bobby Richardson, and that's the Gary Gaetti up in the corner. And American Legion World Series program. So that's my VR. Hope you enjoyed it, Jason. Good luck on your VR. And yeah, it was a fun one. A lot of great stories, a lot of great memories. Everybody take care and have a great week. Thank you.